Hi guys, welcome to the Colomide podcast. I've made a mental note to always start my podcast very positive. I know that there's a lot of things that are going on in the world generally, first of all, and then this country, Nigeria, that can make, a lot of people very negative or downcast or just sad. So I want this to be like a breath of fresh air, just, that spring that you need. So I always want to start positive. I mean, I know that things are not really going great, but at least let's pretend they are for the next 20 minutes or so. Anyway, first of all, I want to paint a mental picture for you guys. I'm in my shorts, in front of my computer. I've got my microphone, and it's a Sunday morning, and I'm just recording this podcast. So consistency, eh? See, I said I was going to do this, and I'm so happy that I'm getting the opportunity to do it, and I'm actually doing it. 2022 has been one hell of a year, right? But the first quarter is gone. So that's, people that think that a quarter is 4 months. January to March has been something. If I think back in retrospect to my year, I started off very gingered. I'm not gonna lie. I moved into a new apartment, and I was just like, I was going to the gym. I was reading books every morning. I was doing yoga sometimes and taking oats. I was really. I didn't really have like a New Year. No, I did have a New Year resolution. I said this year I must make it. I've never said that about any other year. Like all the times, I'm just like, make we run out because see how's it could be. But 2022, I'm like, first of all, one of my favorite footballers ever, Ricardo Kaka, played for AC Milan, wore the jersey number 22. So 22 has kind of been like a unique number, or I don't know, one of my favorite numbers, I guess. And I've just like been on that this 2022, no features go for nothing. Then I just realized, that actually setting a goal and putting all your energy and focus and all of that on that goal, it will work. All those people that do like speaking it into the universe, manifesting. Before I used to be like, come on, this ain't really the work. You people just always, but it works. When you say something, when you put down a goal and you like zero in on that thing, laser focus, it works. Know how it doesn't. So that's my energy for this year. I mean, even though if I'm being honest, that kind of February after Valentine's, I kind of dwindled, started, let's just say I wasn't focused, but now I'm getting back my focus. It's April. We're in April now, and it's my birth month. Shout out to other April babies, by the way. If you're listening to this podcast, you're born in April, just know that I fucks with you. April babies are the best, if I'm being honest. Anyway, so today's pod really, I want to talk about staying positive. In a very negative world, in a world where a lot of bad news, breaking news is just another term for bad news now. There's no breaking news. Hey, the sun is shining at night. Well, I don't even know if that would be good, but a lot of times, breaking news just mean bad stuff. And Nigeria, come on. People literally got shot in a train just commuting. Don't want to talk about it. Like I said, positive vibes. So today's pod is about staying positive in a not so positive world. And I want to say that even though I'm not the most positive person, I'm making a conscious effort to be positive because, I mean, what the hell else can we do? Being negative is not going to make it better. It's definitely not going to make you feel better. You go online, go on social media, everything is just this, that. Log off, put down your phone, rest, appreciate nature. I would say that the past week or past 2 weeks have been overwhelming for me. I went through, I heard some news family-wise, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I want to share it, but I'm just like, let me keep my mouth shut first. I never know how the thing they go. I'll share it in due time. And then just personally, like I said, I had this surge of ginger before that kind of just went down, and I started judging myself, and I'm like, you know what, you're just human, and you're coming to this life for the first time. I heard this in a movie or something. It's my first time being on this earth, so I shouldn't judge myself too harshly, right? So I'm really just approaching things now positively, and yeah, let's see how that one goes. You see, normally around my birthday, I always get this, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. I always get this like wave of just gloominess. I'm just downcast. I'm just sad, basically. But this year, nah, I'm not doing that. Last year I didn't as well, because it started to get to me, and a few days to my birthday, I was just like, I have to ginger. I remember going to Live Lounge with my friends, Coca, who, by the way, just proposed to his, they hide out. I'm like, are you supposed to? But yeah, she's not hiding it. He just proposed to his girlfriend, and that is huge, because when we were in school, Coca was, bad boy. It's so funny how life is ironic. Anyway, I went to Live Lounge on my birthday last year with my friend Coca, Taiwo, Chidera, Sheon, Frederick, who else? And we had a whole experience that night. It was nuts. Like, let me just give you guys some info. So food was involved, some form of drugs were involved, and it was a good time. Although we were looking for the stash at first, but we later found it, and it drove me mad because I lost it. I found it, and I lost it again. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely out of my mind. Be like saying I don't decrease. But I found it, and yeah, glory be to God. So it was such a wild time, but it was good in the end. So that's what I want to do. I have like I usually do, zero plans for my birthday yet, but then maybe 2 days to the day, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But I want to give back, I want to give back to fans or just people who support and believe in me. I don't really get money like that. Not really doing well. But it's true. I gotta be honest. Maybe my helper they listen like this now. I'm not really doing well like that. But thank God, let me not make it seem as if I'm broke. Yeah, I'm broke, kind of. But thank God, So I want to do a little give back, give away something. But just, one person, I don't know how to do that. And I just have fun the rest of the day on my birthday. So that's something that I'm looking forward to in a way. And it's just, springing all of my positivity right now. Let me see. I put some stuff down. Let me see. Okay. So just appreciating life is another reason why I think we should be positive. The fact that you're still alive, the fact that, you're still breathing and able to like chase dreams, even though it looks bleak. And this is not like, this is not in any way talking to people who lost their lives. I mean, it's such a shame that those people that lost their lives lost it. It's tragic, but you that are here for a reason. And if you keep, glooming, or brooding over this people, it's not going to bring them back, first of all. And second of all, you're just losing your time as well. But of course, please, I'm not saying don't grieve if you lost someone. Just know that the world is here for you, and you can decide to do whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, that's another reason I think we should stay positive. Another thing that I'm very big on right now is like conquering fears. I started this year saying, every week I go to do one thing where they fear me. Every week I'm gonna do stuff that scares me. I mean, I did it for like a couple of weeks, and then I was just like, yeah, this one really fear me. Nah, I'm joking. And I stopped being consistent with it. So I'm like, I felt good. I mean, sometimes you just have fears that, something's going to go bad, and you don't really think, what if it goes good? Because I definitely had moments where I didn't think stuff would go as I thought, but I did it, and it did. Like one time I was out at a gathering and I saw this girl and I'm like, oh, I want to say hi, because one of my goals ish for this year is to make new friends, right? And I was like, oh, I just want to go say hi to this person. Now it looked like she was hanging out with, like an older guy and one other girl that's like a friend. So I'm like, all right, we'll see. Like I normally do, I just did the think think. But Zlatan's song "Overthinking No Day Soft Problem" is one of my ginger songs now. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna overthink this. Now luckily the big guy that was sitting at their table stood up and left, and I was just like, oh, this is the perfect time to go. But then again, I'm like, man, make the guy even come back. Yeah, I don't want to seem like a pussy, like, oh, I only came to you when this guy left. I don't care who the guy is. It can be your dad, it can be your husband, I just want to say hi. But he didn't look like, he was her husband. She didn't look married or whatever. The guy came back. Now that time I go, cause say, hey, I just want to speak to you for a second. And she stood up and I'm like, oh, my name is this, I want to say, first of all, you're cute, and you seem like, a chill person, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, receptive, very nice. We spoke. Today we talked. We've shared ideas. We've talked about, well, we're not like besties or anything, but at least we're friends. And it was so crazy. I'm like, if I didn't go to talk to this babe, I wouldn't know how cool she was. She wouldn't know how cool I am. So life, man, just be positive, conquer your dreams. I say conquer your dreams. Follow your dreams, conquer your fears. That's another reason to stay positive. Let me see. What's another reason? Just because. I mean, for the mere fact that just because if you do it, why not? So yeah, it's definitely like a mindset thing. Like you just, okay, all this while where you don't need a negative, nothing come out of it. Nothing good comes out of it. So yeah, well, how about just try being positive? And I say this to you guys, but I'm definitely talking to myself more, because I'm a stupid guy. Just most times I'm just like, guy, why are you so negative about everything? Like, you could just take car for Third Milan Bridge. You just say, what if this guy just go drive? What if this my Uber guy just go fall inside? Why do I do that? Like, at first it started off with me just being funny and ridiculous, but then it just kind of became a thing. I'm like, yo, relax, bro. Like, life is hard, but it's not this hard. You don't. Plus, you don't need to make it harder. Do you get? So that's where I'm at. Just staying positive, conquering fears, and moving on in this thing that we call life. I had a very interesting conversation with an Uber driver yesterday, Mr. Christian. Such a nice guy. Got into his cab, we're just going. I was going from Ikeja to VI. Yeah, I just concluded my time at a show, and I was going to my friend's proposal. So this man, was asking just random questions because of the way I was dressed. He was asking if I was an artist or popular figure or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm just going to my friends' things. Like, oh, because I dress. I'm like, see me, maybe you say before. Once I don't wear my one shirt of my jeans. But now, I'm trying to be more like, make me save the fresh now. Come on. I mean, because you with me more fashion. It's not as if I'm not aware of what it is. But God, I mean, just that time, you just feel say, I go spend 40k on one shoe, 40,000 for what now? For what? So, but these days, just as you get older, you realize that, hey, not just your mindset. I mean, you can drink Gary for the next 2 weeks, but spend that 40k, bro. Because when you wear that shoe, come on, the difference they show between the 40k old and the 15k, come on. So yeah, we were talking, and this man just I think I asked him a question about where he's from. He said he's from Delta, and his wife is from Delta as well. So I asked him, how did he propose to his girlfriend? Just because I was going to propose. he said he just bought bangles in the market and gave it to her. I said, he said, yes, now our life things tough. I just bought bangles and gave her. I'm like, how did your wife take it? He said, oh, she appreciated it because it was different, you know, and she thought that the idea that, you know, at least he recognized. He did this probably in the 80s or something, because yeah, pretty old guy. So yeah, and at the same time he was just like, oh, in the end she went and got herself a ring for herself, but it's not that, you know, she didn't know that he loved her or whatever, and they built a life together. They have 4 kids now. It's just, it was so nice and refreshing to hear him talk about it. Although the funniest thing he said, when we were driving, I noticed, you know, he didn't listen to radio. And I'm like, oh, do you not like Nigerian music or something? He's like, yeah, well, he doesn't have time. I said, so when you're driving, what do you listen to? He said, nothing. He said, no music, no radio. He said, no. So what do you do? He said, I'm just always thinking about my problems. And I thought that was so hilarious. Like, I get things to think about now. Which I did listen to Naira Marley for. or whiskey. Whiskey is fine, but yeah, I need to pay my rent, you know, my children's school fees. I'm like, oh, Mr. Christian, I get it. So yeah, I just decided to share that story with you guys because it was so heartwarming for me. I love people. I love conversations. I love talking. I love listening to people talk as well. It's something that I want to, you know, be more engaged in and do more, because this is core to me. Like, this is my true self, and I feel like, you know, I haven't been living that true life of mine. So that's what I'm big on, and I just want to say a big shout out to, you know, everyone that supports me, because I was out yesterday and I was talking to a friend and it's just like, yo, what you do is amazing, what you do is this, and you know, we see you. It feels good to hear that, because when you're overwhelmed, like I said, with like a wave of sadness, and you just think, oh, what am I doing with my life? Are things going right? You know, when this money to jackpot will finally complete, something like that. But you just hear people that believe in you, that see your vision, or at least see the effort you're putting into like a roadmap. It's beautiful and it gives you the ginger. So that's why I'm positive. That's why this Sunday, you know, I'm just going to try and cook, maybe make eggs, omelets. You know, I have to break eggs to make omelette. But last week I made soup. It was so much spice in it. But I told them like that too. It's in this salty. I said, well, you know, why not? So I just want to say that, you know, if you're out there listening to this and you just needed that pick me up, that, hey, it's gonna be fine type of thing. I mean, I'm not saying don't hustle, because what Christian said, Mr. Christian, my Uber driver, he said, it's not as if he's against music or something. It's like, yeah, you can listen to music and feel good about, you know, yourself for that split, maybe 5-10 minutes, or your problems go still stay there after you listen to the music. But at the same time, you know, being negative about your problems or whatever, yeah, or being critical is good, but just have a positive mindset, because when you're negative, it doesn't make it go away either. So, you know, be happy, be alive. Yeah, don't just exist, live, do things that scare you, do things that excite you, do things that you love, spend time with people that you care about, and have a wonderful, wonderful time. So till the next time, guys, my name is Kolamide. Please check me out on social media at Kolamide on Instagram, Kolamide on Twitter, and Kolamide with an underscore on Instagram, Kolamide on Twitter, Kolamide99 on TikTok. On YouTube is just Kolamide. I'm a great comedian, a fantastic host, and I also do voiceovers, you can tell, because this voice is weak now. Come on. Everything I can do, a British accent, I've got it in it. American accents, they struggle sometimes, but nigga, man, for she's a nigga, they get them. I'm just messing around. So I'm a voiceover artist. You can hit me up on any of the social media platforms, or even the comment section of this podcast. Just let me know which of my services that you require, and I'll be right there to render them and make sure you have a good time as well. So like I said, thank you so much for listening to this pod. Make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, and I would make sure that I'm consistent. That's what I owe you guys, right? Peace. Love you.